I had plans for a different podcast today. As a matter of fact, at the start of 2020, I sat down and planned out every podcast for the entire year. Maybe you had other plans too. Maybe you had plans last month. And as we all know, as we go through this crisis right now, maybe you too had to change your plans. Today is April 8th, 2020, and most of the world is fighting through this COVID-19 crisis. Because of this, maybe your plans had to change. Plans you made for April, maybe even plans you made for May. Don't let that get you down, because today we're going to pivot and talk about how to stay inspired in hard times. You're listening to the Master Your Lens podcast, episode 156.
Hey, John Lee Dumas here, the founder and host of EO Fire, and welcome to the Master Your Lens podcast, the photography podcast dedicated to sharing inspiring stories, technical tips, and powerful secrets to help you become a better photographer. And now, your host, Matthew Jordan Smith.
Hello, Photography Nation. Welcome to the show. Okay, today we're getting down to business. If you've been sitting at home, not sure what to do with your time, I want to share a few things that can help you be more productive and create some of your best work, even though you may be at home. Wherever you are, today we're going to talk about how to stay inspired in hard times. Before we jump into that, let's briefly talk about the things that can kill your inspiration. We are surrounded today by news 24/7. And at this point, most of the news is not good news. So right off the top, the first thing I want you to do is stop looking at the news when you wake up right away. The first thing you want to do is give yourself to stay inspired, to create things that are amazing. So, unplug from the news at the start of the day. You want to start your day where you can win. So, give yourself to yourself. Devote the first 15 minutes of your day to empowering yourself, lifting yourself up, filling yourself with positive energy. The news isn't going anywhere. It will be there later on. But start your day by giving yourself to yourself. Now, what does that mean? Let's start from the beginning. The first thing you need to do is fill your body with energy. So as you wake up, the very first thing you should do is exercise. Give yourself 10 minutes just to move your energy. Try doing jumping jacks for 1 minute. It doesn't matter what type of workout you're doing, but do something. Get the blood flowing. Get the energy moving in your body. Now, this does not have to be a very rigorous workout. You can just stretch for 10 to 15 minutes. You want to get the blood flowing. Get your energy flowing. It's all connected. And while you're doing this, don't listen to the news. Remember, this is your time for you. So have things around you that make you feel good. Now we're talking about how to stay inspired during hard times, but this works all the time. As you're working out, make sure you are breathing deeply. Fill your lungs. Move your energy in and move it out. Move your body. The more you do, the better you will feel. We're in a point right now in our history where we can't really get out. the way we used to. But don't let that slow you down. All right. Now that you've moved, you've got the blood flowing, you've turned off the TV, you're not looking at your phone. Continue with that. Take away all the negative things in your life. Now is the critical time to surround yourself with things that inspire you. Maybe it's music. Maybe it's a great book. Or maybe it's a podcast that gets you out of your funk, gets you up, gets you moving, and headed in that right direction. We all have great potential. Years ago, I interviewed an actress. Now I don't normally do interviews, but this was different. I was working on my first book, Sepia Dreams. I'd photograph people and then I'd interview them. And one of the people in my first book is the actress Phylicia Rashad. And we talked about potential. I remember that day like it was yesterday. During her interview, she said, as human beings, we have capacities that are much greater than we can imagine them to be. A lot of times, what happens with people, especially young people, is that they never get to experience their own depth. If you never have an experience of your depth, not even a glimpse of it, you don't understand who you are, your own ability. You don't understand your potential, so it's difficult to live up to your potential. We are all going through an experience now, an experience that's testing us. You have power within you that you may not have discovered yet because you haven't had to dig deep to use it before now, but it's there. You just have to dig deep and pull it out. This is not the time to feel down. This is not the time to feel discouraged. You have something special within you right now that you may not have discovered unless you were going through this right now. Sometimes hard times bring out the best in you. It's the pressure that makes a diamond. Right now, you may be feeling pressure, but this pressure is only going to make you shine. I have a lot of great books, and very often I go through them. Here's a quote from B. Smith, the famous restaurateur, who is also in my first book. I interviewed her about tenacity, and this is what she told me. It's okay to stand on a mountain of no's in order to get to that one yes. It's okay to stand on a mountain of no's in order to get to that one yes. I've always had a lust for life. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to be the best I can possibly be. It's all about strength of mind, strength of body, and strength of will. To me, it's okay to stand on a mountain of no's in order to get to that one yes. Right now, you probably have books around you that inspired you at one point in your life. These books do not have to be photography books. Just a book that you loved. Pick it up and go through it again. A great way to be inspired is to read about others who've had a hard time but made it through and excelled. Right now, the whole world is going through something. But also, right now, somebody's digging deep and creating something new. Why not you? When this is over, we're going to hear amazing stories of people who had really hard times through this and came out even stronger. Will that be you? Why not? there's inspiration all around you. You are in control of your thoughts. And right now, you are in total control of your time. Use it wisely. Surround yourself with things that motivate you. Find your inspiration and share it with the world. This is your time to shine. Now, you are a photographer, and you need to take pictures all the time. So do yourself a favor. Set your camera up on a tripod. Using your self-timer or a remote, start taking pictures of yourself while you are working, being creative. You need to document yourself, to see yourself as you are in that zone. When this is all over, these pictures will remind you of the power of your will, the power you have to stay inspired and stay creative. Okay, Photography Nation, get to work. If you are in my Facebook group, Photography Lighting Ninjas, do me a favor. Post your pictures of yourself working in your creative space. If you're not in the group, I want to invite you right now to join Photography Lighting Ninjas. This is our free Facebook group. You don't have to go through this by yourself. We are all in this together. So share your work. Let's see it together. Share what you are doing to stay inspired, to stay creative. You never know. You just might inspire somebody else. All right, Photography Nation, have a great day. Stay safe. I look forward to talking to you again next week on the Master Your Lens podcast. Always dream big. Bye for now.